Hello, everyone. As promised, we are kicking off our Transform Your Wardrobe series today. I am joined here by Lisa Malone, Professional Organizer. Hi, Lisa.
Hey guys, how are you? Hi, Batul.
So excited to be doing this today. I wanted to start off with just talking about a little bit about how we met. I always do that with all of the guests that we have on, and what we've been working on.
Sure. Let me get started then. So I'm Lisa Malone. Obviously, she just mentioned that. We met by chance in a joint kind of community where we were going to both be presenters. And you called me and we talked about our complementary services and how our clients really need each other. Um, and that's really how it started.
Yeah, so when we first met, I felt like we had been friends for ages.
Agreed.
And when we started chatting, and I was, of course, talking about all things fashion and style, and you had a unique perspective, which was from the professional organizing perspective. And when we started talking about the challenges that our clients had with one another, it was such an aha moment for me. And I know you felt the same way because the challenges are similar in terms of how do I identify a personal style, but then also how do I curate a wardrobe and a closet that is both fun and functional, organized and easily accessible so that it makes getting dressed easier every morning and we kind of have those zen moments in our closet. And so we went ahead for all of you and created this Transform Your Wardrobe series, which is really all about helping you identify what that personal style is, how to achieve it, but then taking it one step further and determining the best way to present that in your closet and in the space that you have so that it helps you really efficiently get dressed in the morning, making it more of a celebration and a celebratory experience versus I don't know what to do and I'm just grabbing whatever. And as Lisa likes to say, wear 20% of my clothes 80% of the time.
Yes, we go with
So
what everyone goes with what's comfortable. And just to jump in for a second, the thing we had similarly between our clients is everyone had a closet full of clothes but nothing to wear. So when they were editing their closet with me, they were asking me for style suggestions, of which I also struggle with finding things to wear and wearing the same things because it's comfortable. And
yeah.
your clients were struggling with how to organize it, how to create a shoppable closet. And together, in addition to this workshop, we created a course that takes everyone through that. And it's so brilliant. If you don't mind, I would love to talk a little bit more about it because we are in a transformation space on our own with the course.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
yeah, so we were changing platforms to create a more unique engagement with our students. The course is extremely robust yet simple and step by step easy to use. We take our students through how to create your personal style and develop your vision, and then how to organize the closet and kind of work with what you've got. So we tell you how to create the roadmap to take into your closet, then start the professional organizing process. And every single one of these phases comes with a workbook, so it's not overwhelming, but it provides you with a lot of background information to be able to move forward on your own and go through all the stuff like even creating a wardrobe and how to shop once you've gotten your closet to that level where you want it, and embrace white space and what are the good habits for maintenance. And then we have a Facebook community that you are all welcome to join that is private with a group of people who just want to develop their personal style and really get their wardrobe to a place where they're walking in their closet and they're excited to get dressed every morning and they're not overwhelmed by it or dreading it. And there's an event coming up and you start getting excited about planning your outfit. Anyway, I could go on. I'm very excited
Yeah.
to have this workshop and to give you guys a little bit to touch on what we can provide you in the course, but we'll give you enough to be dangerous today.
Yeah, and this is what we call you have arrived, right? And Lisa, you can really speak to what that means.
Yes. So this originated, gosh, I think 10 years ago in my mind when I felt like I'd accomplished so much in life and that
Yeah.
I had arrived, but there wasn't like my outside didn't match my inside. I felt so accomplished, but yet insecure. And so the feeling you have arrived is I wanted to create a feeling that reflected my accomplishments, that really helped me honor the journey that got me to that point, that corporate career and that hard earned um, prestigious feeling I was feeling myself. And then how did that translate moving forward? So together, this course will help you, and this presentation will help you do the same thing. Honor your path. Let us be part of your journey to moving forward and figure out where do we want to go from here.
Yeah, so really creating that step-by-step guide to make it less overwhelming because it's such an issue that we all face every day. And so, one of the things we like to talk about is, well, why does it matter? Right? With that first step of identifying personal style and really enhancing our image, our executive presence in the workplace, we're so focused on the presentation and memorizing the statistics and how are we going to get the clients to sign on, the donors to donate, the investors to invest, right? Whatever it is that we're seeking to do, we get so focused on the content that we forget the way we dress and how the way we dress is communicating something about us. And we always want to make sure it's in alignment with whatever our professional goals are, right? And so that's why it's so important to realize that 55% of first impressions are made by what we see, right? So they're very visual. 38% of that first impression is the way we say what we have to say, right? So it's more what the individuals are hearing. And only 7% are actually the words that are coming out of our mouth. And the reality is we oftentimes spend more time on what we're going to say versus how we're going to say it and how we look. And so personal style really sets the tone for our interactions with others. You know, are we approachable? Are we competent? Are we leaders in our field and experts? And it helps us attract the energy that we want because we're projecting that. And so those energies are matching up. And of course, communicating the goals, standards, and values that we have. So we don't want to spend days, weeks, months, years undoing that first impression. We really want to utilize those first 3 seconds and make them matter and count, which is extremely important because you never get, a second chance to make that first impression. And so, talking about style challenges, right, Lisa? These are kind of the top ones that are cited to us when we speak to our clients. Finding the right fit, balancing comfort and style, especially in a world where we're on Zoom meetings, keeping up with trends and what we see out there, but does it really resonate with us? Confidence and body image, of course, and of course, getting in and out of Spanx.
Yeah, that's a style challenge for anyone.
That's a big challenge for a lot of us. And so, some of the top challenges that women and men cite to us when it comes to getting dressed. And these are the top three that we hear. You might have your own challenges, and we'd love to hear those as well. But really, a lack of time and I know the organization piece, Lisa, really helps with saving time because we know
Mm-hmm.
where everything is. A lack of direction. So we kind of wander into the mall when we need something, when there's an occasion. We find our local Ann Taylor, which is our go to store,
Mm-hmm.
but we really don't know what to get. And of course, a lack of confidence in our style choices because we're not really sure what will resonate and what looks good on us. And so these are some of the challenges that we hear time and time again. So, what can we do to overcome those challenges? And that's why You Have Arrived is so great because it really walks everyone through this process. So, the first is setting your goals, right? And creating your style roadmap. And I know, Lisa, we actually worked on this together when you were transitioning out of, your corporate world into the world of professional organizing. And we worked on some of these things together. And I believe one of the first things I asked you were, well, if your style could communicate and talk for you, what would it say? What would those words be? Right.
Yes.
And for a lot of individuals in the corporate world, they want to be viewed as confident, energetic, vibrant, approachable, expert in their field. And so understanding what those words are for us is really important so that we can achieve that, right? The next
Yeah.
is lifestyle types. And tell me a little bit, Lisa, and tell those of us that are joining how your lifestyle shifted a little bit and how that affected your style.
Yeah, so I worked, gosh, 20 some odd years in corporate America, and I had retired from career 1.0 to find something else to do. And I had this vision of what it was going to look like, and it kind of dabbled in the corporate world and travel, which was kind of a super unique opportunity from having corporate clothes to wearing athleisure wear every day. I had nothing in between. I didn't know how I wanted to look, but I just knew that I wanted, when I was in between or going out, that I didn't look like I wasn't trying, that I didn't look like I wasn't accomplished, that I didn't look like I was in sweatpants all day long. So it was actually very hard, this part of the process, to communicate how I wanted to look and feel, and what that translated from a lifestyle perspective. So
Yeah.
learning how to cook and date night were two of my big things. Like, I want to look good still without, but with what, right? So
Yeah. So adapting our wardrobe to the transitions that we all face in our lifestyle, and really identifying what that is. And so in your case, you transitioned from corporate world into a different line of work that didn't require the suiting that maybe you had worn in times past. And so we understand how we want to present ourselves. We've identified what that lifestyle is for us, but then how do we put it together in a way that makes sense visually? And so this is a workshop in and of itself, but really looking to different visual sources of inspiration and putting it together in one place so we can start to see the themes and the patterns that emerge, right? So, of course, Pinterest, using Canva, going on social media, taking screenshots of looks that really resonate with us, and doing so without attaching any labels of times past to it. Just really being open to what looks good to us, what we like, putting it together in one place so that we're able to find those emerging themes. And I always like to use the theme of color. Oftentimes we end up with a closet full of neutrals, and you might look at your Pinterest board and say, wow, I have a lot of color on here. Maybe I should start adding more different colors into the looks that I wear. And so these are the three things you're going to really want to look at when you're creating your style roadmap, which will help set the foundation for what's to come after that. And so the first thing, of course, is being honest and assessing your style and closet. And Lisa, you can speak to kind of that closet piece and how we go about assessing the state of our wardrobe.
yeah, the most important part of the closet as it relates to your style is, if you can't find what you're looking for, if you can't find the things you love, you are going to be faced with a closet full of clothes and nothing to wear. So the style piece of it, there are jewels in your closet that you haven't seen in a while because you can't find them between things. So they really go hand in hand with how you're going to create that style, and then have your closet supporting your style and how you move forward.
Absolutely. And then when it comes to the looks, like, is my style helping me achieve my goals? Do I take pride in my presentation? Am I confident in my style choices and my ability to put things together for the different occasions that I'm dressing for? We really want to be honest with ourselves, and not really so much to judge the way we do things, but just to be honest with ourselves so that we can make improvements where we want to make them. And so once we've identified that and we kind of know where we are with our roadmap and also really being honest about our assessment, the next step is to really know your body. And oftentimes I'll get asked the question, like, what is my body type? Am I an apple? Am I, whether you want to be labeled as a geometric shape or some sort of fruit, really trying to understand, well, what looks good on me? And the advice that I always give everyone is, one, strip away the labels, right? We have many people and, influences from social media telling us how we should be dressing, how we should look, what our body should be, and really understanding that there's literally no one size fits all. So we want to strip away the labels from times past. We really want to embrace who we are and unlayer on that confidence so that we understand that it's not so much we need to have a certain body type to look great, but rather we just need to know how to dress our body in a way that reflects our values, our goals, and what makes us happy and excited when we get dressed anymore. And so the key for that is really identifying the silhouette and measurements and balancing out proportions because, scientifically speaking, symmetry is visually pleasing. And so, for example, if we have broad shoulders and more narrow hips, we might want to add more volume to the hip area in the form of, an A-line skirt or something like that, for example, to really balance out that silhouette because that really is key. And that's the takeaway. And of course, we could go on and on for a long time about that. But the short and sweet of that is really pay attention to symmetry and proportions when getting dressed and making sure you're suiting your professional attire, it's hemmed, it's altered, and that it fits you well to really give you a professional and polished look. Wardrobe edit checklist. I know, Lisa, you are the queen of
I
this.
am.
Walk
I
us through
am.
it a little bit.
I will. So here is a really high level checklist that you can use today to edit your wardrobe. So you're already thinking about your vision board, your look, you've got kind of idea, you're getting to this point in the process. And to go in and edit it is the key. So these are some very easy questions. Is it the wrong size? Is it no longer needed? You just don't like it. It is shocking the amount of people that will take something from the hanger, put it on, go, God, I hate this. I've always hated this, and then hang it right back up. So don't hang it back up. Throw it in a bin, great garbage bag or something that's going to be your donation bag just to keep getting rid of things is the easiest way to do it. And then moving forward, shopping intention, and we'll talk about that. But honestly, use what you have first. I like to tell all my clients when I'm working with them, like, this is the opportunity for you not to buy for a very long time. Let's rediscover what you own that you love. Let's figure out how to work it together. Let's bring in Bathul to help you pair things together and teach you how to style yourself. And that's where the magic happens. And that's where you want to shop your closet instead of going to the mall constantly and making mistake purchases.
Absolutely. And I mean, I know like I had a client more recently who she had beautiful, beautiful designer items, tags still on them, never worn. And it was really hard for her to part with it. But we talked about how it wasn't really serving her now and she was never wearing them. And so, removing things from your wardrobe, it's easy to get rid of what's torn, what doesn't fit, and all of that. But even being really mindful about removing items that are just not serving their purpose for us, no matter how beautiful, expensive they really are. And so when it comes to shopping with intention, yes, once you've gone through that closet edit process and you've removed what's not working, then you can identify the things that you do need, that you need to replenish or add to support your current lifestyle, and then shop with intention that way so you don't feel overwhelmed when you're online shopping or even in person at your local stores. So this is a really fun part. And Lisa, this kind of goes back to what you just touched upon about using what you have. And that's creating outfit formulas, right? So how can we take a piece, an item in our wardrobe, identify 3 occasions that we can wear it for, and how we would pair it differently to be reflective of what those situations and events call for. And I always like to use the example of a white t-shirt. Actually, I know, Lisa, you and I went through this exercise when we were going through your wardrobe.
Yes.
You were pairing your white t-shirt with your Athleta leggings, right? For when you're in the closets and you're helping your clients maximize their space and really organize it well. And you were like, well, what else can I do with this, right? And so we said, well, what types of activities do you like to engage in? And what was the first thing you had said to me? That
Date night.
you date night.
Yes.
So how do we take this white t-shirt and transform it into a date night outfit, right? And so we pulled that old corporate work skirt. We
Mm-hmm.
paired it with the
Which
white
I was ready to
t-shirt.
get rid of all my work skirts. I'm like, I don't even like skirts. Get rid of these. And you're like, no, hold on. And then you gave me all these great ideas.
Yeah, to just reimagine what you already have in different ways. And I think you had always worn those skirts in a professional setting. So being
Mhm.
able to imagine it a different way was hard. But we paired it with the white t shirt, a nice pair of heels. You threw on your leather moto jacket, and it was a lovely look for date night, right?
Yes.
But what else can we do with that white t shirt? If you're working in a business casual setting, you can always pair it with a blazer, a nice pair of dark denim, more formal, work appropriate shoes, and it's a great work outfit as well. So, really taking the pieces in your wardrobe or asking yourself before you purchase something, when am I going to wear this and how can I wear it so that I know that when I'm adding it to my wardrobe, that it will become something that I pull from time and time again and really get my money's worth. So, you can see that one white t-shirt, for example, can be worn so many different ways for people who have different style types, casually or more formally, and put it together in a way that's really comfortable and authentic. So, I do encourage everyone to go into your closet, make it a fun exercise, pick a piece, and try to play dress up with it and see how you can pair it different ways, maybe in ways you haven't worn before. So, when it comes to styling tips, we have to keep it simple. It's not just about wearing the clothes, but it's styling them that will really elevate the look, right? And so we can tuck our tops in a way that makes it look more polished. Fall will be upon us before we know it. We can layer, which we all love to do. During the warmer months, you can layer with belts, lightweight scarves, jewelry. It doesn't have to be a heavy jacket, but it really adds interest to the overall look. You can definitely roll your sleeves. When we roll our sleeves up, it really helps with the silhouette. And then, of course, we can accessorize with bracelets, handbags, and other, accessories that really add some color or detail to our look to really help us shine. And when you look at the outfits in these examples, they're not anything extraordinary. These are pieces we all have in our wardrobe, in our professional wardrobe, right, Lisa? We have a white button up for those of us
We
working in
did.
corporate. I know you had a bunch of those, a nice pair of denim, and yet the way it's styled really elevates it and changes the look. And so you can tuck, layer, roll, and accessorize. So I tell everyone before you leave the house in the morning, go ahead and do that, and it will really elevate your look. So, Lisa, tell us action steps that everyone can do now to keep the momentum going after we've, created that style roadmap. We've done an honest assessment. We've edited our wardrobe. So we've removed what's not working. And then maybe we added some pieces that we needed to support our current professional attire.
Yeah, I think I like to think of myself in every one of these situations because I'm insecure in styling and I still am. So I like to be honest with myself. If I'm nervous about something, if I don't know what to do first, I'll go onto our Facebook group and ask for suggestions. Getting the support of friends and family will get you will gain some confidence, and just be open to what you want to try. Bright colors, for example, but Bill mentioned this. I swear to you, I had nothing but white, cream, and black, not even black tops, white and cream tops. And I love bright colors, but I was just nervous about it. So I recognized that and I tried to introduce colors and patterns. I was convinced I couldn't do a printed top, that was too distracting. Now I'm doing printed tops. Just learn to be adventurous and try things. The reaction that I've gotten with every single look that I've tried is a compliment. And I never got compliments before, including from my husband. And I say that not to be like he's a horrible person. He always knows I look nice. He's like, okay, you ready? That would be it. And I'd be like, but wait, aren't you going to tell me I look nice? And so when I started doing things like accessorizing and layering and folding, and my purse matched my shoes, and I was bold, with like leopard prints and all the things, I was like, I'm ready to go. And my husband would be like, you're making me look bad. Oh my God, why are you so, I just, oh, you look so nice. Going on and on and on because it was a change. It was a change for me outside of my comfort zone. And that reinforcement of being adventurous was there for me. So it will be there for you. You just have to stop wearing the same things over and over again. That was
It's
another thing.
actually
It's like,
funny that you mentioned that because a lot of times I'll have my clients tell me that ever since they started leveling up, the people around them also start to change the way they dress. So if they're walking into an office and everyone's usually casual and it's not a big deal, but they start kind of zhuzhing it up a little bit, they said over the course of a few weeks, a few months, they noticed their coworkers actually elevating their look as
Yeah.
well, which is interesting. And I always ask them, like, how do you feel about being the best dressed person in the room? And sometimes they're like, well, I don't know how I would feel about that. I think it would make me a little uncomfortable. And so, really, just journaling or identifying what our thoughts are around the way we dress and why we feel that way, what it's stemming from, right? Being honest about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Exactly. And being best dressed, do you think people are looking at you because you're out, you're doing something wrong? They're looking at you and thinking about themselves, going, "Oh my God, I probably should have gotten out of these sweatpants before I came," or "Oh my gosh, doesn't she look nice?" They won't say it, but that's what they're feeling is their own, like, "Ooh, wow, wow, she's really bringing it to this meeting or to
Yeah.
this place." I'm inspired to do the same. So it is nothing but
Yeah.
positive
And
experience.
inspire is such a great word, especially in a professional setting, because we want to inspire our teams. We want
Yeah.
to lead them effectively wherever they are in the world. And how interesting it is that something like style can really help us do that and help them feel safe with our leadership, right? Like they are in
Mhm.
good hands. And so, a really great point that you bring up there, but definitely being honest, being open, and being adventurous. And we're actually, Lisa, going to take a look at some of your looks that you've been wearing
Yes.
and putting together. So, again, you had mentioned that before working together and before you started really acknowledging your new style based on your transition into professional organizing, how you would wear a lot of athleisure wear, a lot of kind of neutral color tops, not a lot of color or prints. So, tell us a little bit about this transformation here.
Yeah, so you can see in all the pictures there is, well, one, confidence in myself. I would never take selfies. In fact, my before picture, there's rarely a picture of me. It just reflected how I felt about the colors and the prints and the lengths and the combination. And like I was having so much fun. I still actually have fun thinking about an outfit for what might be coming up. It takes the same amount of time to put on pants, shirts, and pick a purse that it did before. But what I'm doing is I'll pull something that I don't normally wear. I'll challenge myself to find something new with it. So when I go out to like a girls' night or something, and people are like, "Wow, you look nice," and I'll say something like funny, like, "Oh, I took a shower today," which honestly is true. But it's the same amount of time. I still got dressed. I just made different choices. So this
And it looks like you're having fun doing it.
so much fun. Yeah, and the outfit in the middle, the dress I found at a consignment store. It is a wrap dress. What is the famous the brand already?
DVF, right?
Yes, yes, yeah, Diane von Furstenberg wrap for $20. And I held it up and showed it to my friends, and they're like, "Where are you going to wear that?" I'm like, "Anywhere I want," was my response. And they're like, "Well, why wouldn't you wear it to date night?" Like literally, I wore that dress just to a restaurant, and we were gone for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Came back, threw on my flowy pants. But I just had so much fun going out and picking it. It was like a whole process. It was so much more to than just wearing the outfit. And my husband and I go out once a week. We have a blast together. We try different places. It's just
Life
fun.
is the occasion, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well worded.
So you get the outfit and you find the occasion. I love it.
Yes,
And you
yes,
are using a lot of the same print styling principles we talked about: tucking, rolling, layering, accessorizing. I see all of that in
yeah.
these looks that you've put together. And it seems like it's become second nature to you.
It has. It has. It's been fun.
Yeah, so, kind of just some closing remarks about You Have Arrived. Again, Lisa and I co created this based on a need we saw in the people we were working with and the clients we had, to really help guide them in enhancing their executive style for the professional and personal settings, and then making sure we're taking that a step further by creating closet solutions, right, Lisa, to really make it an enjoyable experience so our items are easily accessible. We know what we have, we know when to wear it. and to really help overall, especially for working professionals who are traveling or who just have a lot of engagements to attend to, whether they're online or in person. So we do encourage all of you to check out www.youhavearrived.net. We'll put the link in the description as well. It's a great way to get started, to make it easy to do with friends and coworkers. It's a great gift for employees to really get them going, to help represent your professional setting in the best way possible. Lisa, would you like to add any closing remarks to that?
Yes, I would just like to say that the phrases a curated closet and boutique style space really kind of sums up what we're trying to share with everyone. With our online course, it is very affordable for those who aren't in our area, but also who are maybe budget constrained. We did not want this to be outside of anyone's reach to be able to achieve this for themselves. And we want in a boutique style space for you to feel like you've created a mini store that serves you, that flatters you, that is so much fun to wear every day, which really starts off your day with some confidence in yourself. So the whole thing put together has been so wonderful for us to be able to share this with you guys and to bring
Yeah.
this out to anyone in the world to be able to get to that same level.
Yeah, and it is packed full of resources, and we're so excited to share that with you guys. Thank you so much, Lisa, for joining me today and sharing about You Have Arrived. I'm
My
super,
pleasure.
super excited for all the people that have benefited and then all those that will benefit in the future. So thank you so much.
Thank you.